Hey YouTube, coming at you with Hisui Cup team. So I'm gonna go the battles in order because I started 6 and I'm like sweet, and then I saw 2 electric Pokemon and lost both of those, and so I switched up the one of the Pokemon for the last game. So that's the order you're gonna see: 6 wins, 2 losses, and then the switch up win. Um, but it's Drifblim, Gastrodon, and Empoleon. If you watched my video earlier last week, I Drifblim and Gastrodon are extremely strong in this meta, in my opinion. Um, their only real core breaker is Abomasnow. So you got to watch out for that. But outside of that, there's not a lot of Abomasnows to start with. Outside of that, they just are great together. Gastrodon is going to have problems with the flyers because of the mud slaps. But Icy Wind Drifblim will deal with all the flyers. So nice combo. Empoleon, I think, is very strong in this meta too. Just the waterfall damage is just generally good. So let's look at all these wins. So decent lead. Out comes a bite. Drapion, spoiler alert, that's the one I put in. And that's the one I'll be using on my one other team that I'm doing for this, a fast move damage team with Bite Drapion. Gastrodon's one of them as well, because Mud Slap also is kind of like a fast move damage Pokemon. Anyways, they come back in with their Gastrodon. I'm going to be able to chip a bit here, which is fine. Drifblim's going to be able to deal with this no problem anyways. So it all comes down to what's in the back. They can't even take me down, so they are going to go very low here. They'll probably bank all the energy. They can throw a water pulse, but they just may bank it as a skunk. So I'm going to, it's a bite one at that. So I didn't know how much damage the bite does to Empoleon. I'm guessing a lot because my IVs are terrible and Empoleon is not great in the Great League anyways. So I decided to lower the attack first, knowing that I could then shield and commit to the farm down and not have to worry about the bites taking me out. They do actually Trailblaze, but having already lowered the attack, right? Look at that. I'm at the red. If I did not lower the attack, they probably could have taken me down there. Another good lead. Out comes the Drapion. Is this the same video? I don't think it's the same video. Crunch goes through. I have to body slam. They end up shielding this one. Okay, so this is different because they shield. You're not going to flip switch, but I always say if you can take it, like one of my advice is always like, if you can take it down to the one shield, do it, because if you know you lost lead and you just lost switch here, like trying to go 2v2 shield in the back is probably not going to work for you. So you probably have a better chance of going 1v1. Unless your Pokemon's like a very 2 shield strong Pokemon, but most are simmed in the 1 for a reason. So out comes Bastiodon, and again, this is just like a pretty hard counter. I'll be able to Hydro and no problem take this out. Sorry, I'm very low energy. I've been sleeping like crap and work has been so busy. In fact, you'll probably notice that with like, I mean, part of my resolution this year was to not do as many videos. But I only had one Thursday. I was going to do a top Ultra League teams yesterday. I didn't end up doing it because I was like, I'm just like, I don't have time and I'm tired. So yeah, another good lead. I don't have an immediate answer for this. Like, obviously Empoleon's pretty good. I just figured that like lowering their attack is probably great. I can live a Shadow Ball now that I lowered their attack. I should still also be able to get to pretty close to a Drill Peck. Yeah, one more and then I'll get to a Drill Peck. So if the Toxicroak comes back in, it is a Waterfall Drill Peck combo here, which will put it pretty low. So this will put it low. And then they're switch locked, so I may just come straight Gastrodon, assuming that they probably have an answer in the back to Gastrodon. So slap it down. I'm guessing like a flyer. Yeah. That was my feeling. Just based on team comp, right? There's only like 6 Pokemon in this meta. Not 6, but like there's like 10 to 15 that are actually usable. So if you have a weakness in the front to Gastrodon, which is on 90% of the teams, you probably have two interested Gastrodon in the back. And yep, double flyer is a very common strategy in this. So fighter double flyer should be easy to recognize. But I almost messed this up real bad here. Because what is a recognizing their team also was a not doing a great job with shield here. So end up lowering their attack twice, which is just good enough so I can get to this move. If they probably went back-to-back wing attack instead of throwing this move, maybe they could have taken me out, but I get to a body slam. They get the boost, but I got to the move, so we'll take this out. Drifblim against Toxicroak again. Okay, they'll switch out into something, and I'll licky. You know, these normal types are interesting, and if I play this meta again, which I won't, I will be playing Ultra League all this week. These are just videos. I'm filming this on Thursday for Saturday, and then I've still got one more fast move damage team, which I'll put up sometime this week. But I'll be playing Ultra League this week. The normal typings Pokemon are interesting to me right now. I mentioned Licky and Munchlax. If you're gonna run them, I know you've seen two Toxicroaks now, but there's not a ton of Toxicroaks and Lucarios around. But there's a lot of just general things that you will do well against. The thing, if you're gonna run like a Licky or a Munchlax, I think it's just tricky. I think you have to run Lick because of all the ghosts and ghosts, yeah, with Drifblim. What other ghosts are there? It's tricky though because there are a lot of Drapions and a lot of Skunks. So tackle on Munchlax would be better there. But I just feel like Lick is probably the better move in general. So I probably go with that. But again, when you're only weak to counter and there's not a lot of counter users in this meta, it's not bad. I shield the 1-up because I did not know if it would be a grass type move, which would take me out. They get a Mud Bomb off. I am at back-to-back moves here. So here comes the one body slam. Do they have a shield? They do not. Okay. Drifblim into Empoleon. So this is like a pretty evenish matchup actually. The waterfalls are obviously chunking, but the Shadow Ball will also chunk a ton, and you will outpace to the second one, right? So you should theoretically be able to take this in the ones. You definitely need to shield the first one, and you'll take it if you don't get a stupid leg like that, but Pokemon just decided to, you know, stop throwing moves. So I do end up still taking it down. Out comes a Gliscor. So this will grab a shield and lower their attack. I know why they're coming in because they have Night Slash and they can potentially try and boost here and just get ahead on energy. It now allows me to align with an Empoleon, which is nice. So take me out, that's fine. Empoleon here. Gastrodon just basically going to mirror match this. Hope that we both basically take each other out, and then I can just waterfall down with Empoleon. So that's it. That's the stupid meta. I mean, I still have battles here. I think I got like 8 minutes of battles left. Holy crap, this meta sucks. 4 weeks left. Okay, so let's just go over while this crap meta plays out. There's only 4 weeks left in the season. This week is a bad week, like I said, Ultra League and this cup again. And then we have 3 more weeks after this. So a Master League, which obviously 95% of you probably won't play, and an Evolution Cup Great League Edition. Let's see if there's already rankings on this. Evolution Cup, there is Vigoroth number 1, not surprising. Vigoroth, Golbat, Hakamo, Dusclops, Golbat, Zweilous, Dragonair, Primeape, Charjabug, Arctibax, Haunter, Marshtop, Machoke, Piloswine. So Evolution Cup, if you don't know all these Pokemon that I'm randomly saying, basically it's Pokemon that can evolve to 3 stages, but are only evolved to their 2nd stage. That's the thing. So it's all 2nd stage evolutions. Of course, Vigoroth being the main dominant one. Yeah, so you'll probably Golbat's number 2 because you'll deal with like Golbat's just pretty safe, and there's a lot of dragons in here as well. So we'll do a top teams for that when it comes out next week. I assume most people play that. And then we are looking at a Catch Cup Little Edition and a Catch Cup Great League Edition. When's the Go Battle week? There's a Go Battle Day too. Saturday, February 10th, when Master League and Evolution Cup is on. Okay, so there's a Go Battle Day, 100 battles, Saturday, February 10th. There, so that's a good time to grind dust and thing. Actually, after this week, there's 3 weeks left, and each of the 3 weeks has 4 times Stardust for your win track. So if you're up to the Expert or Legend range, where I am, like 900 times 4 is 3,600 per 1 win at the beginning. So it's a great time to grind dust. I'm definitely at my highest dust ever, 16.2 million. But again, I have, if I wanted to, I could drop somewhere between 6 to 10 million dust right now on Pokemon I want to evolve up for like raids and GBL and stuff. But it's a Catch Cup Little Edition and Catch Cup Great League. So I don't even remember what, the thing is I don't remember what all the Pokemon available are. However, I do remember one Pokemon for Little Edition that is very much available, and that is Bronzer. Bronzers are everywhere right now. I have one that gets up to right at around 500, 296 XL candies. I'm still trying to grind XL candies. That's that. And then there's the Open Great League, Ultra League, and Master League to end. So that's it. That's the season. I can't believe it's February. Yeah, it's February already. It's February already. And we only have 4 more weeks left in the season. That's crazy. League turnover is on the 1st again. So again with this Friday, they always do just 3-month increments. So where the first, what day that first falls on is always random. And before it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's worked its way down to Friday. And I guess just because of like February, there's 29 days this year, and last season like it just worked out. I think we're on like the 3rd or 4th round of league turning over on Fridays, which is interesting. It just means Friday night, like when league turns over, I usually have to make a video, right? Because unless it's like a repeat, I'll have to make a new video. So I have to like get home from work, do all that stuff, because Friday's one of my office days. And then Friday night, do all the edits and film a video and then upload and do all that for a Saturday release. Especially with like season turnover, everyone's going to want to see the new Pokemon, whatever nerfs and buffs we get. Please nerf Scald. Please, please, please. So that's the GBL season. I think there's some larger, I know there's the weekly events, but they've been kind of whatever. Nothing has been exciting me so far. I know there's like a Sinnoh tour, right? Yeah, Pokemon Go Sinnoh tour in LA, February 17th to 18th, and I think the global one is a week after. Did I remember that correctly? I'll read more about the events coming up later, but yeah, the Sinnoh tour, great. There's nothing better than doing a global tour in the middle of February in one of the coldest capitals in the world. Thanks, Niantic. Definitely not built for me. Anyways, Pachirisu here, and there's gonna be a Magnezone on the other one. So yeah, it just, when you're double weak to electric, you are gonna have a tough time. So you have 1 of 2 options, actually. You can actually lead in Polion. So if you see an electric on the lead, you'll still lose, but it'll be a much better loss because the waterfalls do so much. Or you change it to Bite Drapion, because that's what I did, and it worked okay. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Welcome to the new subscribers. We continue to grow. 20,060. So slowly grinding up, which is nice, just as long as we continue to see steady improvement. And then, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I tend to lock down during the winter, and that's a mix of work just gets busy because for those of you who watched my video during, I think I put it out during the last week of December, basically an Ask Me Anything. One of the questions was, what do you do? Well, I'm a public servant. And one of the things that always, January to like March is the craziest because like everyone's back from holidays, and then the federal budget is going to be announced in like February, March, because that's when it's always announced, which has like implications on like everything that the government does, which has implications on what I do. So you're working on that up until that happens. So that is why I'm very busy. So much so that you're not seeing the videos. So that's why I'm so busy. So between that and between just like the events haven't been super exciting, and I mean, knock on wood, it's been a very, very mild winter here. January was a very, very weird month. So we're using Celsius here. We had at the beginning of January like 3 or 4 major snowfalls. So there was like 10 feet of snow dropped on us in like a week. And then after that snowfall dump, it dropped to 8 consecutive days or 9 consecutive days of minus 20 degrees. Again, we're one of the coldest capitals in the world. So it's like minus 20 degrees. And if you've never been outside at minus 20 degrees before, it's not you can't breathe weather yet. That's like minus 30. But like minus 20, like you feel it. I've even got like the Poke Daxi gave me one of those tip gloves that like it's a gloves, but your tips allow you to use your phone. But even like those gloves are not like sufficient to keep the cold out. So your hands are still cold. So there we got like 8 days of minus 20. And now for the last week, it's actually been hovering around 0. And we've had a couple days of rain. So it's been a really freaking weird January in terms of weather. Anyways, none of those are conducive to going out and grinding this game. I usually try to go and actually play the game when I'm in the office because I've got like, I usually like go like downtown, lots of gyms. So I just try to walk for like half an hour or a bit longer in the summer. I would go and just do it constantly. I don't think I've gone out once in January yet, just because it's just like, do you want to go out in a snowstorm? Do you want to go out in minus 20 degree weather? Do you want to go out in rain? It's like, no, I don't. So I have not been playing the game outside of GBL much this month. But yeah, that's not something that Niantic takes in consideration for the most part. They don't care about that's cold climate winter people. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for one more of this cup team, but for the most part, Ultra League teams all week. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.